Hey everyone, Pajama King here. Today I will show you how we can highlight any actor in Unreal Engine 5 just by looking at it. In this video, I will use an outline material I created for another video. If you don't have your own material, I suggest you watch that video first, so I avoid repeating a lot of the steps. We start off by creating a base blueprint of our interactable items. In our case, I will only be using it for pickups, so I'll call it BP base pickup. After opening it, we can create a static mesh and assign it as our root component by dragging it. Go to the details panel and assign it any static mesh that you like. Now that our blueprint is visually ready, we will now need to write the functionality to assign our overlay material. We do this by creating two new functions, onHover and onHoverEnded. In the onHover function, we want to grab our static mesh and set its overlay material. We promote the material as a variable so we can edit it in our child blueprints in case we want a different outline material for another pickup. We set this material we created in our previous video. For the onOverEnded function, we want to copy paste this, but instead of putting it to our hovered material, we put it to none to clear the material. We also need to make sure that we disable nanite on our mesh, as the overlay materials don't support it. Without disabling it, the outline won't show up. Now we will drag and drop our pickup into our scene, so we can use it for testing later. If you want to learn how to spawn these pickups randomly at runtime, I suggest you watch this video on item spawning that I made. The next step is for us to trigger the onHover function from our player character. The way we will do this is by sending a line trace from our position of our camera into the direction it is looking at. This function will give us the actor it has hit. If that object is our pickup, we can call the onHover function. If you're using a different camera view than first person, you may want to use your player character instead of the camera, but the logic should remain the same. If you are having issues using this for a third person character, join our Discord and either me or someone from our community should be able to help out. So as a start position, we take our camera position. The end position will be our forward vector, multiplied by the distance of how far you want this line to go. To get a single number in the multiply, you can right click and convert to float. I will also convert this to a variable called pickup range and set it to 150, as I think that's a good distance, but feel free to adjust it to your needs. Now we need to add this vector to our start position to get a vector towards the end position. Now if you want to test this out and visually see if the line trace is working, we can expand the node and set the draw debug type to for duration, and set the duration to however long you want it. In my case, I want it to be 1 second. Before we test it in game, we should make sure that this function is being called by using a set timer by function name in the begin play. As function name, we give it the name of the function we have just created, and convert the timer as the parameter, so we can tweak how often we want to do the check. In my case, I opted for every 0.2 seconds. If you want more information about this function, you can watch my video on it here. Now when we run the game, you should see these debug lines being drawn. This is to double check if we did our mods correctly, and also tweak our pickup range distance. If you're finding that these lines are too short, you can update the distance. Now when we go back to our player character, we can break down the hit result. This will give us access to the various variables. We are mostly interested in the actor that was hit. We will check if it can be caused to our base pickup. If it can, we will call our onHover function to update the overlay material. We will also save it as a reference. We need this for the onHoverEnded function, and also if you want to interact with it in the future when pressing a button. If the case failed, it means that either we aren't looking at any actor, or the actor we are looking at is not a pickup. So we should call the onHoverEnded function on our hovered object. However, if we leave it like this, it will cause a bunch of errors, because we will try and access the hovered object when no object is selected. So we need to check if our hovered object is valid first before calling a function on it. Now it should highlight and unhighlight when looking at our pickup correctly. However, there is still one issue. When looking away from one pickup to another pickup, both will be highlighted. This is because we only unhighlighted the previous hovered object when the cast failed. But in this case, it won't fail, but it will just return another pickup than our previous one. To handle this, we will need to compare our hit actor to our hovered object. If they are different, we should first unhighlight our current hovered object, and then highlight the new object. To do this, we can use a sequence node. we also need to remember to set our hovered object to the new object so we can reference it next time our line trace hits something. If you run the game now, you will notice another bug where if you look at one pickup, look away, and look back, the outline won't appear. This is because we forgot to reset our reference when the cast has failed. So it will still think that the hit object is equal to our hovered object. And with that, all of your bugs are fixed and your items should highlight correctly. As always, if you have any issues, feel free to join our Discord server or leave a comment down below. But we're not done learning yet. I suggest you watch this video next.